What is up, financial family? It's your boy Financial eBucks, and I'm back again with another video. So the topic that we'll be discussing in this video today is in regards to El Salvador making Bitcoin their legal tender, right? The one thing that you have to understand is that the president of El Salvador has faith in Bitcoin. He has faith in crypto assets. He has faith in cryptocurrencies, right? If you call cryptocurrencies, even though I believe the better way to pronounce it is crypto assets, right? He sees that crypto assets are in the future, whereas the legal tenders, of other countries are losing their value. Why? Because they keep printing more money. That's why I asked, why are you saving money when they consistently print money? The federal government of each country is printing paper money. Paper money is also known as debt, which is fake money. Why is it fake money? In my opinion, it's fake money in my opinion because it's not backed by the gold standard, right? For instance, the US dollar. When President Nixon in 1971 took the dollar off the gold standard from the Bretton Woods Agreement, the dollar became debt. So when the dollar became debt, the dollar became useless. You can't really do too much, right? Or the dollar doesn't have too much value when it's seen as debt. But in gold, silver, and Bitcoin, like I mentioned in my previous video, that is where the real value is being held. That's where the real value is at. And that's where most people should be investing their money into. Assets that are going to be able to produce cash flow, right? Real estate is also another one. Or assets that are going to be used as insurance to be able to increase your purchasing power. The one thing you have to realize is that the purchasing power is decreasing by the more dollars that they print, right? So that the more dollars they print, the more purchasing power decreases. But your individual purchasing power can increase if you hold on to gold, silver, and Bitcoin, right? Because there's going to be value that's going to be added, right? The one thing we have to all realize is that there are $4.5 trillion in real money for $225 trillion in debt, right? Let me repeat that again. There's 4.5 trillion real dollars for $225 trillion in debt. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? That the government keeps borrowing more and more and more and more and more money in order to be able to pay off its debt. But it's not going to be able to pay off its debt. And when it's not able to pay off its debt, what are they going to resort to? Using digital currencies, right? They're going to resort to using digital currencies because they're going to stop printing paper money. It's eventually going to crash one day, right? It's eventually going to crash, and then they're going to resort to using digital currencies. One thing you have to realize is that with these digital currencies, it's a bit of a danger because when the government, especially the U.S. government, starts using digital currencies, they're going to be able to track most, if not everything, that you're able to purchase because they're going to give you a digital wallet in order to be able to purchase what you're buying, right? With cash right now, they can't really do that because once you pay cash, other than probably a receipt, they can't even track the receipt, right? They can't track the receipt the way you think they can. But with the digital currency, especially giving you a digital wallet for it, they're going to be able to do everything that they want to do, right? And let's say, for instance, they keep producing more of these stimulus checks, right? The U.S. government, for economic relief, keeps producing more of these stimulus checks. These stimulus checks are coming in, right? And they're probably going to start to come in as digital currencies. Probably going to put it as a digital wallet. They're going to give you a certain amount of days that you're able to use the digital currency in the form of that stimulus check that they gave you for. And if you don't spend it on the stuff that they want you to spend it on, or in the time frame that you're supposed to spend it in, the money expires, right? We're basically heading towards socialism as a whole, where they're basically trying to make everybody in society equal. And one person or multiple people, if they so choose to, can go out and work hard and be able to make money for themselves because they're going to have to go through everything that everybody else is going through in society, also known as socialism, right? One thing you have to realize is that capitalism is dying in the United States, and the United States is moving more towards socialism. So certain situations like this you have to be careful for, right? That's why it's not good to allow the government into everything that you're doing. So as much as you possibly can, start collecting assets, start holding on to assets, stop holding on to what the government is making you hold on to in the form of fake money, right? They don't want you to know the truth, but we have to speak the truth on this channel. We're trying to become financially literate, right? The point is that what the president of El Salvador is doing is that he is trying to increase the purchasing power of goods and services in El Salvador, right? By introducing Bitcoin and trying to make it a legal tender, right? And especially most people of who he has in office, right, over in El Salvador is part of his political party. So it's going to be a lot easier to be able to make Bitcoin a legal tender, right? But what you have to realize is that what he is doing is that he is going against the masses, right? And when I'm talking about the masses, I'm talking about all of the other people that are part of the world government, right? That are at hand in order to be able to continuously print paper money and to continuously have people spend the paper money, which they know is fake money, right? Because what makes the money fake is that it's not backed by gold. The United States dollar used to be real money when it was backed by the gold standard in the Bretton Woods Agreement of 1944. But once President Nixon took it upon himself to remove the dollar off the gold standard, money was not worth anything anymore, at least in that physical sense, right? So these are the things that we have to realize and we have to see for what they truly are. The reality of the situation is that El Salvador is going against the masses of the people that are part of the world government in order to be able to take back purchasing power in their country, right? Once they take back purchasing power in their country, they're going to be able to rise as a society, rise in the economy, right? But the one thing you have to realize is that by going against what the world is going on in regards to printing paper money, it makes you more of a common enemy, right? And if we look at what history has shown, when people tend to go against what the world government is doing or has in store, it only ends in either war or more unrest, right? So these are the things that we have to pay attention to. These are the things we have to be mindful for, because in reality, Bitcoin, gold, silver will replace the dollar, will replace all of these currencies that are being created by paper money, right? We have to realize at the end of the day, there is no point in saving the dollar. There is no point in saving pesos. There is no point in saving naira if they're consistently printing it. Because if they're consistently printing it, that means it is increasing inflation. It is decreasing the purchasing power, right? It is leading towards the money being devalued on a day in and day out basis, right? We have to be careful because the way that the dollar is trending, since the dollar is looked at as a model by most countries, the US dollar will eventually crash. Let me repeat that again. The US dollar will eventually crash. So before the dollar crashes, it is best for you to invest in crypto assets. It is best for you to invest in precious metals, gold, and silver, in order to be able to protect and increase your purchasing power when the purchasing power of the dollar and other currencies decrease. This is going to be the end of this video. If you like this video, spam that like button, leave comments, share this video with your friends, and we're going to catch you later. Financial family, you know what time it is. This is Financial eBucks, FINANCIAL EBUKS, right? And we're going to catch you later. Take care.